Did you know there are approximately 5 million self-employed people here in the UK, many of whom have been hit hard by the pandemic? In this video, we're going to look at the impact that COVID-19 has had on the self-employed, what you can do about it, and whether now is a good time to go self-employed if you've been thinking about it. Hi, my name is Simon, and on this channel you'll find videos on self-employment, growing your business, building wealth, finding happiness and living your dreams. If you like the sound of that, then please subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and don't forget to click on the like button down below, as this will help me out massively with the channel. Thank you so much. So probably everybody who's self-employed has been hit one way or another by the pandemic. Whether you've been directly affected because the industry you work in is currently unable to trade, such as beauty therapists, child carers, personal trainers, etc, or perhaps you've been indirectly affected if you're a parent who works from home and your children are now also at home, and through no fault of their own, them being at home is disrupting your work. Even if your work has not been affected by the pandemic, the likelihood is that your mental and emotional well-being has been affected somehow, and this could affect your ability to work effectively. A report from the Enterprise Research Centre in April 2020 concluded that 22% of the self-employed workforce, or 1.1 million people, are in sectors that are most at risk of loss of livelihood in the current crisis. The report also found that the odds of being at risk of losing your livelihood was twice as high if you're self-employed compared to being employed. And of that 22%, some are at even higher risk when broken down by age, gender and geographical location. I'll leave a link to the report in the description below. So what can you do if you're self-employed and your work has been affected by the pandemic? Well, thankfully the government has offered support to the self-employed by way of the Self-Employed Income Support Scheme grants that have been available since April last year. Details of the next grant will be announced on the 3rd of March. Now, I've already made a video about this, which you can see by clicking the link above, clicking the link at the end of the video, or clicking the link in the description down below. The grants have so far been between 70% and 80% of average monthly profits, which I personally think is very generous, especially when you consider that most pubs, restaurants and other entertainment sectors are currently closed, meaning many people will not be spending as much on entertainment as they normally would. Some other little known information is that you can still continue trading even if you are in receipt of this grant, providing that you reasonably believe there will be a significant reduction in your trading profits due to reduced demand. So you could easily earn back that 20% that the grant doesn't cover. On top of this, you may also be eligible for a bounce back loan or the coronavirus business interruption loan. Now, I'll make a video about these in the future, but in the meantime you can check out the links in the description for further information. Unfortunately, not everybody is eligible for the grant. If you do not meet the government conditions for the Self-Employed Income Support Scheme grant, you may be able to access other support, including universal credit. But please be advised that this could affect other benefits you may receive, such as working tax credits and child tax credits, even if your claim for universal credit is not approved. If you are a council tenant, you may also qualify for housing benefits or council tax reduction. You can check this by visiting your local authority's website. If you're a private tenant and eligible for universal credit, you can get help to cover your rent and some service charges, and again, you may also get a council tax reduction. Click the link down below to see if you're eligible. If you own your own home and have a mortgage, then you may be able to take payment holidays from your mortgage company. Now, you would need to contact your mortgage provider directly for further information. You may also qualify for a reduction in council tax. Again, for further information, you can check out the link below. If you have any outstanding debts, loans, credit cards, etc., then you should also speak to any creditors about your situation, as payment holidays may be available from certain lenders. And finally, food bank support is also available if you're struggling to buy food. And don't forget, you can also still trade if you're self-employed, even if you've received a grant. You're allowed to work in your existing trade, and you're also allowed to start a new trade, so you can always try to find additional income by putting your skills to use elsewhere. Places such as Fiverr, People Per Hour and Upwork are online platforms for people to sell services in a variety of fields, some of which anybody could do, no matter what your background. So you may be able to take advantage of these platforms. Now, I'll be making a video about the best Fiverr services that anybody can sell very soon. eBay and Facebook Marketplace is another great way to make some additional income. You can start by selling things around the house that you no longer use, or look to buy items and flip them for a profit. For those of you who are not self-employed currently, please note that you can earn up to an extra £1,000 tax-free from what is called the trading or property allowance. If your income is less than £1,000, you don't need to declare it. If your income is more than £1,000, you will need to register with HMRC and fill in a self-assessment tax return. Further information can be found in the description below. So all of that information was aimed at those of you who are already self-employed, but what about those that are currently looking to go self-employed? Is now a good time? Well, you know, sometimes it takes a crisis to push us towards our goals and ambitions. I myself have been self-employed for around 9 years now, but if I hadn't been unfairly dismissed from my previous role, I may never have pursued my true desire to work for myself, as I was just too secure in my job. Starting a business is a big deal and needs a lot of careful planning and consideration before jumping in. I would think that would apply even more so during the current climate. If you're already employed and earning a living, or you're currently furloughed, then I would definitely wait until the pandemic is over before making that move, as you're far more secure as you are. However, if the company you work for has hinted that they may be struggling and you feel like you might be out of work soon, or if you've been one of the unfortunate ones who's already lost their job, then I would say now is as good a time as any to look into self-employment. But as I said, you will need to be extra diligent when devising your business plan and think very, very carefully about which sector you wish to work in. Over the coming weeks, I'll be making videos on how to start up a business, the benefits and downsides to being self-employed, as well as much more on how you can earn extra money, manage your finances better, invest for your future and live a more rewarding and fulfilled life. As always, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content and click the thumbs up button to like the video. And for the couple of you who asked, the t-shirt Stoic is available on my website at simonbkenny.com. A link will be in the description below. Thanks again.